A mother and son are suing Nintendo over Joy-Con drift and they want $5 million in damages.
Already using the brand new system.
Well, yes, guys and gals, you heard it there. A family is trying to sue Nintendo for $5 million over Joy-Con drift. This has been a very big situation for Nintendo, actually. They've been dealing with this for a very long time, and it now seems like the lawsuits are piling up for Joy-Con drift related incidents. So I'm very interested to see this. If you guys and gals did not know, I actually made a video talking about my Joy-Con drift situation. I actually went out and I talked about my personal experiences with Joy-Con drift, how many controllers I've bought, what I've went through to fix the controllers, you know, my experiences with Nintendo as well. And I really leveled on the fact that Joy-Con drift is a very big issue, and I sort of wanted to talk about this article here, read it off for you guys and gals, and give you guys and gals an understanding of the links people are going to let Nintendo know how big of an issue this is. As usual, this article will be linked in the description and in the comments below, so if you want to go down there and you want to check it out yourself and give it a good rating, I'll always leave that there. But without further ado, this article from Go Nintendo reads like this. The situation around Joy-Con drift is becoming bigger and badder for Nintendo, as it seems more people are stepping forward to try to do something about it. The latest example comes from a mother and her 10-year-old son. Luis Sanchez and her son filed a class action lawsuit against Nintendo concerning Joy-Con drift. Sanchez says her son experienced Joy-Con drift with the first set of Joy-Con that came with her Switch, and then again with another set they purchased to replace the first. While Nintendo has offered a replacement program for the Joy-Con drift, Sanchez's lawyers say Nintendo isn't doing enough. In particular, her employees say that the defendant continues to market and sell the products with full knowledge of the defect and without disclosing the Joy-Con drift defect to consumers in its marketing, promotion, or packaging. Defendant has had a financial motive to conceal the defect, as it did not want to stop selling products and/or would need to expend a significant amount of money to cure the defect. The plaintiffs are asking for over $5 million in damages. Neither Nintendo or Sanchez lawyers would comment on the matter. Now, this is a very, very big situation coming out here, and I just want to say something first. It by a long shot seems like you are not going to be getting your $5 million from this lawsuit, Sanchez. It seems like this court battle is one of those battles that if you actually tried to pursue it, it would cost you more money than a Joy-Con, more money than a Nintendo Switch, and definitely more money to the process of repairing a Joy-Con altered by the whole Switch Joy-Con drift defect. So I don't think that you'll be getting $5 million. I don't think that that's ever going to occur from this lawsuit. I don't think that this should be anything big, but I did want to highlight this. Nintendo obviously has a very big issue going on with Joy-Con drift. I know I've been getting onto Nintendo a lot, but their practices recently have been very, very annoying, especially with a good console like Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch is a powerful console for what it is. It brings a lot of innovation to the players, and it brings out the imagination in every player that goes around using the console. So many different games are allowed to be played on the system, and it's all about the experience that the players have with the console itself. You know, while the console offers a lot of awesome opportunities to use motion controls and whatever, the normal controls like the joystick controls and the buttons are going to be used a lot more often, and that can often take away the experience from many video games if those controllers are faulty and or broken. Now, I know that a lot of people can say that you can access Nintendo's free shipping deal where they'll try to ship it out and they'll get the controller patched up and they'll send it back, but I know that there are a lot of content creators in the world that don't want to try and send that out because content is constantly being made for the Nintendo Switch, and then there are a lot of families that really just don't want to send their Nintendo Switch with the climate of how the world is today. I mean, we are living in a pandemic. A lot of things have slowed down, including mailing, shipping speeds, and whatnot, so I can understand the frustrations and the scarcity that you could have when it comes to shipping out a product like a Nintendo Switch. But I think the best thing that Nintendo should do is acknowledge the fact that this is occurring. You know, they recently said in their last article that I read, that I covered on this channel actually, that Nintendo thinks that this isn't something that is an inconvenience for gamers, and that is obviously definitely not the case. This is a huge inconvenience. A lot of gamers aren't able to play their favorite games, and it's causing a lot of people to put down their Nintendo Switches. I know that I personally put down my Nintendo Switch for a very long time because I didn't buy this black Joy-Con controller to allow me to play video games and have fun. Now, Nintendo, I think the last thing you want to be doing is losing customers, and with this drama blowing up, you probably are going to start losing a lot more if you don't make an official statement. Nintendo is in the wrong for this. They built a faulty controller, and it definitely fails to keep the dust out. I know a lot of people could have dirty setups, but I also know a lot of people that have genuinely kept their controls and their setups clean. My controller and my setups are always placed in an area where it's dust free, constantly clean, and I make sure to keep it out of any grimy areas in the room. It always seems like my Joy-Cons get a different type of defect. It's why I actually have a whole warranty on this controller here with GameStop to ensure that it wouldn't happen again, and if it does, I can replace it and not have to spend $35 to $60 on a controller set. But again, I'm wondering what you guys and gals think about this situation. Do you think that she's actually going to win the lawsuit? Do you think that they're going to actually win $5 million? I don't think that it's very possible. That's probably going to cost them more money than what they're putting in. So very interesting situation that we have there. And I want to know your final thoughts on the whole Joy-Con drift situation, because this is starting to blow up. More and more people are talking about it. Nintendo's going to eventually have to make a statement on it, and I'm very interested to see if these court cases are going to actually start being won, if Nintendo's going to start losing these court cases. It's something that you should definitely look into if you're a consumer that's worried about Nintendo's touch with the public eye. But let me know that down in the comments below. I would love to read and discuss it with you down there. Thank you guys and gals for watching this video. If you like this video and you want to see more, make sure to hit that like and the subscribe button. We are nearing 4K subscribers. I am very, very excited for that. So let's go on ahead, add some more new members to this community, and get started with that. Thank you guys and gals for watching this video, and peace out.